Hello, everybody. I was just setting up a compressor on the music so that the music is not louder than me, or I believe that's what it does. I believe. I believe. Um, and while doing that, I did not finish getting set up. So actually, let me hang on a second. Let's run the song again. Let me get set up real quick. All right, there we go. Now I'm ready. Hello, everybody. I am I loud? I cannot tell. Hello, everybody. Actually, I kind of want to show off something. Let me. Ooh. So, fun fact. I started to do. I did DaVinci. I did DaVinci. How do I put on to stream this? Okay, my mouse is being weird. Um, oh, I don't know how to give the audio for my desktop. Uh, does that work? Oh, nope. Hang on a second. Fence audio properties. Desktop audio. I'll also do it to the FOD. Does that? It's not working. That's cool. That's amazing. Wow, I scuffed. Desktop audio. There. Oh wait, no, you're also hearing the music. Hang on a second. Let me turn off the music. Wait. Okay, let me pause the music. Is there anything else playing? Okay. I wanna ah 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 Okay, let me. I want. I find. I want. I'm starting to do some DaVinci, and I recorded something off a stream that I'm gonna use to learn DaVinci a bit. And what I'm about to show you, it's just part of a full video, but it also took me like it was too long. It took me like 2 hours plus.
Your microphone sounds a bit laggy now.
Oh, why? Was it because we were loading or because? Are you
It
good?
sounds a bit laggier than. Hello? Why can't I grab?
You're running into a wall.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm not. No.
What? To track that mouse took way longer than it should have. That shit took way longer than it should have. It like I'm struggling with DaVinci. Okay. Fix the screen. We're back. Music. Oh wait, shit. Let me turn off desktop audio. And then turn back on the actual music. Wait, there it is. Yippee! Okay. Yeah, I want to show that off. Everything's fine. Let me. Wow, that's first 10 minutes is strong. Strong first 10 minutes. Okay. What am I doing? I'm going to be. I need to make complicated task behavior to work. I need to make this all work. And I don't remember how. I don't know how to. This needs to change, doesn't it? Do I need to use... I think short task is probably the best one to start off with. This needs to go away. Close that. Do I... Yeah, because all of these... I do still have stuff exporting, but this is not set up properly. All of this is not set up properly. What I need is all of this information. Is there a way for me to like split previous floating? Oh, hello. Okay, can I make 2 of these? I can go back and forth. Edit, search, go to debug, break. What? No. Go to search, edit, file. Wait, if can I close? There, okay. How do I... Well, now I know how to make it floating, which is good because now if I'm working offline, I can put it somewhere else. I need to know is how I make 2 of them. Let me see if there is a way to make 2 of them. Let me look that up real quick. Ooh, second monitor. Let's see. That's not a good explanation. It's just telling me to make it twice. It did a. Open multiple script windows. You like visual editor, more information here. Hopefully it's something, hopefully this is something that gets added. I want to be able to, because my thing is I keep bouncing back and forth between these two. Just let me look at both of them, please. Do-do. Nope, that's not. Do. Eesh. Why is this not something that can be done? Do. Interesting. Why is this? Why is this not? Why? Why would you not? I guess I could just open the other script, but like, why? Let me open. No. Open file manager. There we go. Let's see. Here, task preset, short task. Short task behavior. I want to open with Notepad just once. Oh, it looks like shit when it's in Notepad. Then again, I only have just Notepad. Okay. Open with. I do have Visual Studio. Oh, I have like a 3-year-old version of Visual Studio. It's probably gonna be upset. I mean, I haven't used it in a while. Yeah, it just doesn't look as good. Yeah, no, it just does not look as good. Yeah, no, I don't know. I guess there's no way, which sucks. I guess I'll just do it. Just keep bouncing. Let me get back to my screen. Okay. That really does suck. Like, it's nice to know I can do this, so that way I can, like, drag it to a different screen. But that's not what I need right now. What I need is sit side by side. Is there... I wonder if there's a way to do that. What is he complaining about? It's just complaining. I don't get it. It's just being mean. Alright, let me just just bring it over here. I'm sure it's fine. Task information values, stuff unrelated to task information, task icon, task file location name, blah 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 blah, and then there is parts, and then parts list, and then number of parts. Okay. So what do I need with that? I'm ready. I need to be able to get the parts. Let me get the task information first. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna be basically the same. It's gonna be the same stuff for font size or select. It should be the same thing between them. I look at them. Set task information. Yeah, this was just an old version. These don't exist, which is correct. Alright, this is all old shit. Do I just collapse expand? These were different. These were different for a reason. I know these were here for a reason. Let me see. It's set information, and then I needed to save information. I needed to set information. I needed to save information. This should all be the same for now. And match button progress. Interesting. On button press, set size. Yeah. And set size was down here, right? Shit's complaining. Oh, I don't know what. Task expanded, not declared in current scope. That's cool. Well, I need. Okay, I guess that is something. Task not saved. Button text, text size. Special. Not saved for complicated task parts. Task number of parts, and then variable task was task expanded. Okay. On button press, task expanded is not. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking. The brain is going. What I need is I do need a match button progress. I do need a match button progress underneath save information, where it saves the information and then it matches the button progress. If it's zero, variable ready return, general task ready return, task reward. This just gets the button text for now. Yeah. Variable start return. Okay. What I also need is I need general task functions. So that way I can look at these like start task. Oh, I see. Task ready, all of them are start task, task reward. Okay. If is complicated is equal to false. I don't think I might not actually need that. Do I want I'm struggling. I want this. I want something like this, but instead of getting the time, I don't want that. And instead of button text, I want expand. Expand. Something like that, maybe? Where's it sets button text up here. Top change plus reward. Okay. I think that would be fine. Does it cause problems if I load this? It does, because this isn't real yet. That isn't real yet. Complicated. Oh, that's a long. Oh, probably because I don't have it fixing itself, because I don't have this here. That needs to be added. Short task. Did I not set up a set font size temp for complicated task? Oh, I have it here, but that's all like part of other shit. So instead, I'm going to I'll just take the one from the short task for now. Then I can play that one and it should look better. Complicated task. Yeah. I can start the task. If I start it, then it will say expand, I believe. What I need is on button press. This all needs to go into match button progress. Why? I don't have match. I do have match button progress in here. That's right. underscore match button progress. Badoo. This one adds one. Okay. Yeah, it defaults to 0 plus add 1. Okay. On button press, actually I probably would want something more like what this guy has. Where's on button press for here? On left press, font size. On button press. If it's 0, set it to 1, then match, and then set to 2. If it's 2, okay. So what I want for complicated, I probably want something more like that. Let's do something more like this. If button progress is equal to 1. And then I need, do I need to understand, the task doesn't pause, so that feature in here, because this one checks if it's loading or not. Is there a reason I would need it to not need it to do something different if it was loading? I can't think of a reason why I would need it to change if it was loading. Oh, okay. Sync. So I don't need this. Of course, that's a mistake. There we go. If button progress is 0, match button progress equal to 1. I want to start task, and then 2 is task button progress. Okay. If 1 is starting, then I want 2 to be, I want 3 to be end, and I want what I want is button progress 1 starts it, button progress 2. Yeah, that's what I want. And then if button progress is equal to, I guess if button progress is equal to 0, make it equal to 1, do it, match it, set it equal to 2. If it's equal to 2, okay. Oh, my head is not getting it right now. Okay. First one is a start. No, first one is not started. Start toggle between expand labs. And then I need a 3, which is end task. I guess I could just set it to else. I guess I could just set it to else match button press. Else match button press. But if it's 1, then it's not gonna change. Mm-hmm. 3. Does that work actually? Then I'll set it to 3 elsewhere. What I need is for it to end task, that is 3. And then I need 2 to be something different. Okay. Oh, tired. Okay. Toggle between elapsed and collapsed. Okay. If it's not started, set the get the return, set the button. What I don't think I actually want to I want it to have a start task. So I think I just do this. Yeah. Wow, I'm tired. Alright. So then in the complicated, it will set the button and then it will change the task icon, set the color to false. Yes. Variable task start return. This is when it starts. Start should be different. Task ready, start task. Complicated, set it to expand. Yes. So this will return and then it will set it to expand. And then I will set, what did I name it? Task expanded is equal to false. Here, if task expanded else, cause what do I need in here? What I need is at the end of it all, I need task expanded is equal to, how do I make it flip? I know I wrote that not. Okay. If task is expanded, I need to, oh wow, I'm so like unfocused. What the hell? Okay, I need to lock in. If task is expanded, pass, else pass. Task expanded, okay. What is it? What is it? If task is expanded, I need to set the button text. General task functions dot set button task, change button text. And what does this needs the reward, right? Oh, and then it also needs expand. Right? If task expanded, set the button text to expand. Else set it to collapse. I can simplify this for sure if I just brained better. I need to stand up a bit. Oh, I'm trying to convince. I want to get a standing desk because I just have I've been sitting down so much as of late. I really feel like I need to get a standing desk. But also, I'm not sure if the area I have is wide enough for it. But the one I'm looking at is like $270 cheaper than normal. What is... Hang on a second, now I'm double guessing myself. I want to check. I don't know how big the space I actually have is. I might have enough space. I can't tell. And there was no tape measure at the store. Boo-doo-doo. I can definitely simplify this. I need, instead of all this, I have a variable, new button text, which is equal to expand if task expanded, else collapse. Collapse. Then what I do is I just change this to be new button text, and then I get rid of the else if statement. And that just saves some code. Yeah. What I probably need is I need to probably set up a parts menu. Oh, syncing is hard right now. What the hell? Oh, I think all of this needs to get out of here. Yeah, this is something. I should do is I should probably condense these down and just make a like function part menu. What I probably need is I need to make the short task and long task, but I need to make them in parts. So I think, oh wow, I'm so like just not sure about what I am doing currently. Let's see. What am I doing currently? Let me also make sure how did I write this? Task location. Okay. What I need is I need to make like the short task and the long task, but I need to make them in part. I need to rename them. Folder parts. Yeah, I just need to remake. I need to do the same thing again. Short part folder long part. Short part is gonna be I'm going I copy these into short parts and I messed it up. What the fuck? Duplicate short part. That's gonna move into here, and then duplicate that one, short part. Yep. Okay, let's see. What do these things look like? What do I do to this to make it smaller? First, I should rename it to should rename everything. Part icon. Okay. For now, I think this does stay in the group of task, even though it is a part because it is part of the same task. Yeah, I think that stays the same. I think the camera node Does the camera node needs to go probably. Well, it needs to go in the short one first, actually, in this task. Short behavior. Where does this go? This goes there. Disconnect. You're gonna go to. Let's say 50 minutes ago. What did I change about it? Oh wait, I just disconnected the button. Hang on a second. Don't do that. Oh, I deleted the camera. That's what I was upset about. Okay. That I can live with. Okay. Button still has its signal. Okay, go to where I actually want to be. This button, where does its signal go? Oh, does it go in here? Close. Yeah, it's going there. Disconnect. That was pressed, right? Yeah. Short part, connect. Short task closed. Short part. Believe that's correct. If I run the scene, how much does it get complain? A bit. Oh, all task. Okay. Control F task. Oh shit. Oh, I have a lot of text to change here. There's no way to just change all of it, is there? Heart. Part. This is actually, there's much more work into this than I was expecting at the start. I'm gonna need is in general task functions. In this save and set task information, what I need to do is I need to basically duplicate that, and then down here I need to set task information, save task information. I need to get all of this. This all, I need to, okay. Set part information, set save part information. It needs the location name. I think the location's actually gonna become pretty important for this. Oh, why? I'm so out of it right now. What the hell? Alright. What is it playing out? Okay, all of this is bad. I need I need this is actually important now that I think about this. Because what I need is I need to get the file location, which is no longer how's it setting file location? Complicated task. File location is 0. Okay. What I need is, instead of it being this task name, I need it to be current path file. Okay. Syncing. For the part, it needs to get the file string, and then does it also need to get the name? To set part information, it needs a file location and probably the name as well in this case. And then this also needs to be a string. And then what I need is part name. That is all of these guys. Instead of it being this task, it's the part name. Dude. Current path name, current part name is equal to get value part name. These all need to get relabeled to part, spelt with the right capitalization. That's right. Okay. This to set the part information, I need the file location and I need the part name. Okay. To set this information, I need all of that info, and then I need a variable current part pass is equal to file location. Config, this is all normal. I need the variable current path file, current part name, and then all of these get the information at part name, type part name, and then this should default to part name, so that way it doesn't get confused. And then all of these default elsewhere, or should default kind of the same as normal task. Okay. And then it needs to save it with part. Ooh, stop being weird. Stop being weird, Godot. Godot. Okay. So this sets the information. Everything is correctly named to part. Okay. And I'm pretty sure that's how I was saving it before. I can't be for sure. It's been a week. Edit in Notepad, yeah. That's actually exactly how I was saving it before. Which is cool. But what I need now is I need to save information the same way. Given part name, part part given part task. Moving config. Alright. These. I think name. Aye. That should work. Yeah. Yeah, that should work. Oh, I just have the debugger running. Okay, this all should work. Short part behavior. Wait. Was I editing the short task behavior? Why the fuck was I doing that? How did I do that? Oh, fucking, I'm a dumbass. Short part information. Part. Yeah, I do part. Part name. Part. Part. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. That actually does still work. this still stays task icon color for now. Maybe one day I'll separate the colors even more, but right now it can stay the same. Do do do. Set part. File location name. Oh, it's upset because it's supposed to be parts. Hello. Just show me the rules before chatting. Because I just added the rules. That's why. Twitch does not know that I am her. That's fair. Yeah, no, I was like I was going through a bunch of like I went over like a bunch of my like YouTube and FOD's channel, like all of those settings, and also my Twitch settings. Just kind of looked over everything, and one of the things is like Twitch was like, "Hey, set the chat rules," and I was like, "Okay, I'll throw some of those together real quick," cause I mean I also I I, I was thinking about it because I also have the artists that did like the backgrounds and my current Twitch panels. I was already planning to have them do a second do another what's it called, panel for rules. I just have not had the money to pay them yet. But also it like that's in case it's good to have it in both places. But yeah, I want to get that art done. I just need the money. Oh, I can probably also change stream title now that I actually do know what I'm working on. That's more accurate to what I'm doing. Just saying part over and over again. Do do do. What are we working on? I am working on making complicated task work. But to make complicated task work, I need to make the parts of the complicated task work. And what that basically entails is taking the short task and the long task and basically taking all the times that say task and changing it to say part. And then I had to do a little bit more work in here so far. Oh no, not that one. I had to do more work in here just because the save, where is it? The save task information, the set and save task information was not going to work for saving a part because of how in here it does this task, which is specific for the top of the task. So in here, I just had to change it to be the part name instead. And then the file location is the same as the task, but that gets set as well. Well, it will be set as well. I'm still finishing making everything work correctly. But that is really just me saying, hey, look, it says task there, make it say part. I don't know much about what you're working on, but if the parts are similar to short tasks, can it just inherit it? I like how it's a thing of there is a lot in common between them, but also it's a lot in common in terms of how it works, but there's also like how it is uh how it gets its information is all different. Like it is a different function. I mean, I'm sure I could make it simpler, like to have it inherit most of the stuff, but like it just isn't as like I just also just override those functions. Yeah. Hmm. I also don't. How do I do inheriting in Godot even? I barely even understand the term inherit. I don't remember how to do it. I feel like I looked that up once and was confused. About polymorphism. That's I've learned enough how to make what is inheritance? What is this? Concept of game filling allows you to reduce code and create a hierarchy in classes. Similar function to for office very create a scene. Parents tutorial. Do new inherited scene? Oh no. Oh no. 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 I'm like looking at what all I'm looking at like the basic information of this shit and I'm like, no. This it's just this looks like a lot. And I've oh why knowledge is a curse. Knowledge is a curse. I'm turning on my light. What is this? The script so I I don't know cause the tutorial I'm seeing script inheritance allows to create a hierarchy class. Parent this means to find a common behavior. Creating a hierarchy class using keyword. This is. Oh, this is. Oh. I like. This is a whole thing am gonna have to learn. Oh, but it would be really good if I learned it. But also, my head is not in the place to learn at the moment. We try not to ruin Diamond's day. It's knowledge challenge. The impossible challenge. Why? He's it's starting to absorb, but it's just absorbing very slowly. Is that especially since I don't read. I think that is my biggest flaw. I don't read. I skim. I look at the like important words and I look at the pictures and then my brain tries to infer off of that just because I really struggle with reading. Like if it was worth my time, I would try and get like a dyslexia diagnosis. But I also like just already have ADHD, so getting more diagnosis is not going to benefit me anymore besides just knowing. Okay. From our animal class. Demonstrate script inheritance. Add a new script to the elephant scene. Detach script after the elephant. Isn't it crazy that this was originally a 1.18 song? Was it? I don't remember which. Oh yeah, Caves and Cliffs. Man. It's good. The Minecraft music is so good. I also can't tell if it's like making me disassociate more or if it's like helping me not just run away from my computer. I believe it was 1.8 before it was released. I know I can't remember because I'm pretty sure it's the Caves and Cliffs soundtrack. I mean before it released in game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the OST for Caves and Cliffs and the Trial Chambers, both of those soundtracks came out before they released. I know that I know for a fact that the Trial Chambers soundtrack released before release because I was listening to the Creator song like before before the Trial Chambers update. I was listening to that song before it was a Minecraft song in my head. I like that song. One of my favorite in the soundtrack. Probably my favorite in the soundtrack. But the song was never used in 1.18 because it is for the Deep Dark. Or what? Or are you talking about? Do you mean in like 1.17 when they added the songs to 1.17, but since there was no Deep Dark? Because the Caves and Cliffs was 1.17 and then 1.18, if I'm not mistaken. Or am I getting that wrong? Oh, wait, no. It was 1.17 and then was it? I'm forgetting. Was it 1.17 they added all the blocks, 1.18 they changed the world height, and then 1.19 they added the Deep Dark? Yeah. 1.17 was, yep. One That's what I'm getting confused by is I keep forgetting that the Deep Dark was not actually in Caves and Cliffs Part 2. That came out afterwards. It was supposed to be in Part 2. It just kept getting delayed. I think I understand this in the slightest a bit of terms. But this is beneficial, but is it some? Okay. Let's start testing the shit. Let's start throwing shit at a wall. If I come up to here, extend, is it, how was it written? Class name. Do you use GitHub with this? I have started using GitHub for version control, yes. Is that? And then here extends short. Did I, wait. Oh wait, I need to save this. Already exists in parent class. Okay. Yeah, in case you completely fuck everything up. Well, here's my thing. I saved it when everything was working yesterday. I don't think I have done anything today that is because I have not even implemented short part. I've not implemented this. Ooh, I got a message. I should look at that later. Oh, what? Tablet. Tablet? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Do I want to commit anything? Cuz I'm thinking about it. Think the only reason why I would commit it is cuz in general general task I have this, and then I started setting up stuff, but I really haven't done. Yeah, but for this, make a base. For this, I would make a base. Oh, you're. Uh. Oh no. Dad. Oh, I understand. Oh, I was thinking about just using. Oh no. 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 I understand how this all works again. Oh, it's all clicking into place, and it's all painful. Oh, oh no, the hierarchy. Oh, the tower. I see it. Ah. I blame what's it called? I blame having the opposite of aphantasia for my pain because I'm like visually seeing everything go into place. And it's like, no, everything needs to change. Everything's wrong. It is this thing of I'm just like looking at like what could be, and it's like, oh no, everything I have written down so far is completely wrong. Yes, no, I have become the master builder. I'm seeing it. Oh, and it's painful. Oh, that's just so. Oh, ah, that would have ah, cause I have like fucking. Wait, I have project settings. I have like all of these autoloaders that I wouldn't need. I wouldn't need it. I'm about to. This is literally Unix all over again. I mean, this is good knowledge to have, so it's good. But also, I'm just in pain because I've done everything wrong for so long, and I'm just now figuring it out. It's like building fucking 80% of a skyscraper and then figuring out you used the wrong metal. Is this another okay, we play Minecraft moment? I wanna, but also that's just a cop out. I need to fix everything, but also I just got this. It's happened again. It's Unix all over again. Oh. Oh, I don't even know how I'm gonna reorganize this all. I literally am gonna have to look at every. Oh no, 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 no. If I just keep my eyes closed, it will just all stop being bad. No. Oh God, what do I do? What do I even do about this? What do I do about this? That is literally that is that is information that literally is like, hey, you can make everything 10 times better, but you have to literally redo everything. It is you have to go all the way back to the beginning and do everything again. I have to legitimately do so many things over. Oh, I don't even know where I would start. But also I don't want to just go play Minecraft. I want to actually chat, do we just reset the whole project? The thing is like uh I don't want to reset the whole project because I have stuff that is lined. Maybe I should just reset the whole project. I can make it better. If we just press the reset button, we can make it all better. It's just I've put so much into this. And it's just all bad. It's just all bad. It's I'm it is the thing of would it be easier to change literally everything in here, or would it be easier to nuke it and then start again with the new knowledge? I don't know what would be easier. If you went back to an earlier commit, well, it's the thing of at like what, because it's this thing of I have to change so many things, or I can change so many things with this new knowledge. This new knowledge will make so many things like easier and better, but the problem is that I don't like have it's I could make literally so many parts of this just like 10 times better, but it is just so many different like corners and loops I have to go through that it's the question of, do I just start over, or do I like try and fix what is here? And that is the decision I'm coming to this like struggling with. Because I can also, the thing is, like, this is also just a mess. Like, all of this side stuff is a mess. There's so much mess in here as well. Write down pros and cons of both. That's a good point. Let me. Where is documentation? Okay. Okay. Pros, cons. Insert page break. Pros, make entire project neater, much cleaner code. Cons, remake everything. I'm trying to. You guys show it on stream. That's a good point. I just don't want to show my entire browser. Let me add. Let me see. Where am I looking at? Add browser capture. Where's a window capture? That's the one. Procon. Could crop in OBS. Yeah, I'm working on that now. Capture cursor client area. Okay. Put that underneath all of the stream stuff. Filter, effect filter, crop pad. Oh, this is a pain. Top. Okay. I think that's fine. Get it to be a better. Okay. How's that? Okay. Pros, make entire project neater, much cleaner code. Cons, remake everything. Peak. Let's see. Pros, make entire project neater, much cleaner code. What else do I? What other cons and pros are there? Make entire project neater, much cleaner code. Cons. Remaking. Task. Layout. What are some pros? Other pros is you are going into more knowledge. New knowledge makes new knowledge better understanding of what needs to get done. New knowledge, better understanding of what needs to get done. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there are more reasons. I'm leaning towards just nuking everything and starting again. Just for the sake of organization and like for the sake of organization and everything. Con, I kind of wasted a month. Yeah. Con, throwing work away. Throwing a month of work away. Pros. Learn inheritance. Learn inheritance. Pros, learn inheritance. Con, Unix again. Con, I wrote no comments. Pro, I can write comments from the start. I'm leaning towards the pros. Is Unix a con? It'd be a pro since you can work with it from the beginning. It is both. I put Unix again because I have to work with Unix again, which like since I've worked with it before isn't that much of a con, but also it's the thing of I'm feeling the exact same pain I felt 2 days ago. Was that 2 days ago? Or was that Monday? I don't even remember at this point. No, that was Thursday, because Friday I then did Unix, and then today happened. But it's the same feeling of, oh, why have I not learned this before? Which has been the feeling of this entire project. Was just, why did I not know that before? Do 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 do. Yeah. God. Yeah. No, I'm just not sure. It's gonna. One con. I GitHub. Because I don't wanna commit, like, if I redo this, I don't want to have to commit to the same GitHub and override what I had. And I had a pain setting up the GitHub. I think, if let me switch over here. Could use a branch. Ooh, okay. Let me write. Actually, before I open up anything, let me put that in there. Learn how GitHub branches work. Okay, but I want to see. I want to look something up real quick. Do I have? What was I gonna look up? Can I see in GitHub desktop? Will it show me my previous commits, my previous comments? Oh, I see how I can add a new branch in here. Do do do. Yeah, I see how I could add a new branch. Let me view on GitHub actually. Let me see if I can. Where on here did I have commits? Was it this one? Did I have, which one of these? I swear I named like the first commit or something. I complained about it. Did I not complain about it in the initial commit? Interesting. Yeah, I wanted to see if I can pull it up, but apparently I didn't. But when I first set up the like commit for GitHub, it kind of broke everything for a second, and I had to fix all of my autoloaders and like the project settings. But also, if I just start it fresh from the beginning, then I'm not going to run into that problem. I just wanted to see if I had, like, I swear I wrote something about that. All right, let me close that and bring it back up. Is there any other pros or cons? I'm definitely leaning towards nuking everything and starting fresh. I think the thing is that I just need to write down literally everything I need to remember because I do not remember stuff. I'm changing stream title again. There we go. I literally just had everything working. What is this? This is the second time. I literally almost had everything working with like making all the tasks organized. If you reset, I think you should start with an actual function, with actual functionality, and then make it look nice. That's fair. My main thing was just like, I guess I was just using it so I can visually see everything was working. But that's true. I guess the thing is that I need to now think about everything I need to remember going into the new project, going into the new project. You can still do visuals, just basic defaults, you know? That's true. I also was just using it to make sure that it was working when I tested it on like on my phone, but it was all working from what I remember. And I guess if it's not working, that's just something I fix towards the end. Did you do a Moscow? You did the game jam? A Moscow? What? Am I? Oh. Did you mean to say Moscow, or am I losing my mind? Must, should, could, won't. Ah, I forgot about that. Moscow. I should. Must, should, could, won't. Let's get that written down actually. Insert page break. Silly name for it, I know. Yeah, I just was losing it for a second. Must, should, could, won't. Alright. Must, this is, okay, must is, saving task. Okay, I believe you would eventually finish it. Yeah. I really want to know where this project would be if I wasn't here. I believe if you were not here, it would function, but it would probably function in a way that definitely used a lot more. It would definitely make it harder for it to work. Like it would take more resources from the device to make it work. And it would also be a mess on the back end. Like if anybody opened it up, they would just start vomiting just out of pain of looking at it. Especially since, like, if you were here, like, if you weren't here at all, there would be no functions. Everything would be else if. Now I gotta think. I need saving task. I need Yandere Sim S code. Yeah. Just so bad. Saving task. I need. What else do I need? I've forgotten everything. Saving task. Points is a need. What is points referring to? Is that a term for something I know but don't actually know the name? Or is that something to do with inheritance? Or who? Why do I not recognize that? Points for doing stuff. Reward. Yep. Saving task. Reward. Saving reward. Saving reward. Do creating task. Yeah, saving task. I think task is a must. That gets subsetted into creating Setting information and saving information. Yes. Okay. I think. Yeah. It was. It's hard to remember everything I've done. Uh, Reward, redeem. Which is something I haven't even gotten to. Which type of task is the most necessary? Short task is like just it is the basic of it, and then long task has more information, and then complicated task is it's like a short task, but the it is like a short task in sense that it is either like it does not have to worry about time, but it has to worry about other stuff. It is like in between a short task and a long task, but also it has to save the information of like the parts inside of it, which are all the same of short, long, and short or long. Assuming you could only have one type of task in the app, which would you want the most? Short task, probably. For short tasks, it must. Yeah. I mean, my thing was just I was thinking of I was not gonna not have the other task, especially since it is the short tasks are the basis of the other task. Like how I have it now, the short task information is the same information used in long and complicated task. It just also is. But yeah, I understand. Brains, brain bad, brain hurt, brain bad. It should be the thing of yeah, brain bad, brain bad, bad. I'm out. I think you should have a working version of the app in like a month with the must versions. Start using it as a test to see. Yeah. The problem is like hmm, might not be a bad idea. I don't know. I just that wouldn't be that bad of an idea. But also at that point, it's basically just setting reminders on my phone. I guess having the reward redeem section. Uh, yeah. Let's do basic task. Creating, setting information, saving reward, redeeming reward. Very basic user test. That's fair. Should Setting additional information. You might figure out a setting that you feel are missing or a feature good to have. That's true. I know. Long, complicated. Should I also want outside? What? Down, back. That's not it. Tab? Nope, that's the wrong way. What? How do I go back without the what? Chrome? What is this? What is this? Shift tab? Ha! I don't use. I'm bad. I'm bad at this. Add long and complicated. Add repeat task. Add reusable task. Yes. I. Yeah. I would say in the must, the base task would be separate from short task. I see what you mean, I think. Because that's the basic task information. Base task would be an abstract task. I see. So like I don't know how much I understand, but I think I get it. Oop. No, stop. Sync. Should settings do you know what an abstract class is? I don't think I do. I have ideas of what you mean, but it's not registering fully in my head. It is a class that you only inherit from. Never directly use it. Okay, I understand that. I get that. So you would never use a base task, but you would inherit from it. Okay. Yeah. So I think actually instead of having that. Ooh, that was the wrong button. Like this. Something like that. Looked it up, and Godot script does not implement abstract classes. Choose not to use the class. That's I didn't realize that other. I thought that's what it was just not using it. So other scripts you can make it so it's like not not used. I think I am, if I understand that. The script does not implement abstract classes. Choose not to use the class. Okay. Yeah, other languages will give an error if you try to use an abstract class. Okay. Yeah, no, in my mind it was you are choosing not to do it. It's nice to know that other scripts will have it so you can set it so you can't use it as well. Creating setting information. In-app time. Different task icons. What happens to a task when it's completed? I have it so that it currently how I was having it written in here is that when you completed a task, it like disabled, it gave the reward, it disabled like the task functionalities, and then it deleted the save file for it. So that way it wouldn't show up again. So that way, after like a year of use, you wouldn't just have 558 completed tasks. So would a task history be in the won't? My thing is like I don't like telling myself not to do stuff. I like having freedom, but that is a smart thing to it, giving myself restrictions isn't a bad idea. I just don't give myself restrictions enough. Task, I think, is a task history completely out of my... I don't know if I want it to be completely out. I think having a complete task history would be would be my won't. But I think a like short task history might even be that the won't category is just initial release, maybe task history. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. For that, I think is right. I think that's good. Initial release. No task history. The won't is things that I can would be at like the very end of my interests, like the stuff I do not actually care about adding, even if I see potential for it. Because like adding different task icons, different borders, different backgrounds, stuff like that. What about notifications? Um, I can see the uses for notifications. I don't think that is a won't, but I think that is a could. Like something I could live without. I think another thing along with notification is sounds. Like I don't need sounds in the app, but I think doing that would be oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Volume control, yeah. What about UI animations? That's gonna go into could above the different stuff. Do, do, do. Let me also add under here. Let me add in could for more settings, font settings. Add in font settings. See, a proper UI style. In what terms do you mean a proper UI style? Like a unified style? Because I think I want it to be so that this is very flexible. But UI style, I guess I'm just trying to understand what you mean by a proper UI style. Assume while testing you would use basic style just to make things function. Yeah, I think for like the must, you'd build a house before you paint. Yeah, I think for the must, it would be like these are all just like text that are changing and updating based on what needs to happen. But like after the should, like just after setting up settings, I did not shift tab. Basic proper UI. For should, like when stuff is starting to get more finished out, a proper basic UI, and then proper UI. And then these can actually all go underneath stat. Different task icons, yeah. I should also add different font. Yeah. Add repeatable, add repeat task, add reusable task, yeah. No task history. What else did I have in the project I have now? Settings, I had hours, I had colors. I know sounds is something I want. I know. I. To do. Secondary colors. Can you edit a task after it is made? That's gonna go under could, under sounds. I don't think that shouldn't be too hard. I would just have to add a button, which will then change. It wouldn't be easy, but it wouldn't be hard. If I set up the saving task to work properly, to like be unified, then it shouldn't be hard to save the information if I edit the task information. The problem is making it so that I can change the task information inside of it. Oh, something I just remembered something. I need in a, not in must, but probably at like the top of should. I need to make it so that task can't have same name. Because if they have the exact same name, then they will just override each other. There'd be a stat screen like percent of all tasks complete on time. I think maybe not. I think a stat screen, it's kind of like the previous done task things. It's like I'm not sure how useful that actually would be, because it's a thing of, I mean, tasks complete on time. None of the tasks I'm thinking of is really like a, I guess the only tasks I can think of that are like complete on time are the repeat task. Because those, like, if it comes to a new day and you didn't do it before, then it's like, I think the repeat tasks are the only ones. Should probably use an ID number for each task rather than names. Idea? Good point. Task. Neek. Actually, that probably should be it at the start. Underneath creating unique ID. Actually, no. Creating is taking the basic task information. This should have the unique ID. I. Why is my head so empty? Must save reward. Trying to remember what I have in here that needs to be, that I would need to translate over, but I can't think of. Oh, one thing in could in could resizable app. or I don't know if that's like a good term for it, but basically making it so that the project, like, everything works if the phone is not like the same size, or if it's like landscape. Trying to figure out how to make that work probably is something I could do. Because I mean, the main point of this is to make it for my phone so I can use it. But also making it so that it works on other devices is not a terrible idea. What else is there? Is this mobile only? Uh, I was mostly in my head. I was thinking, okay, I guess what I at the very bottom. I don't even know if it should be like bottom of could or should be won't, or at least won't for the like the first release. But I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool if I could have it so that there I can have a PC and a mobile version that communicate with each other. It's mobile only. PC should be a won't. Yeah, I think C version. I think this is a won't. Oh, 1.0. PC version should not be a 1.0. But I think when I do have a PC version, it's a thing of I think having a version of it that runs on PC would be nice. But what would be even better is having a version that runs on PC but also communicates with my phone. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot to add a stat screen. I mean, it's the thing of when I think about this app, the whole thing about the app is that it's based on like honesty. It's like because it's this thing of it's not it's not designed to be like, hey, I'm doing more things than you. It's designed to like remember stuff, and then also because it's the thing of one of the main tips people give for ADHD is like uh separate stuff, like make things smaller, and that's the main point of the complicated task. It's just to like break stuff down. I mean, the whole point of it, and like the reason why it's I've been calling it the cure, is like the reason why it is a point reward system is because it is to make the brain go, ooh, I want. Said stat screen is because it might be nice to see if you're doing well. Yeah, I don't. I think the main things that would show up on the stat screen are like total total points that you have received since like starting to use the app, and like how many tasks you've completed. It's basically to see how much you have actually used the app, but it's not like it's the thing of when I think of a stat screen, it's to be like, hey, this is how well I am doing, but also do the rewards do anything? I put up in here a reward redeem, and I'm trying. I think what I want is like to have built-in redeems like later on in the code for like different backgrounds, task icons, borders, have different like stuff built in that can be unlocked, but then also make it so you can create your own oh, that's pros in that. Make it so you can make your own redeems. Let's see. Let me do built in make custom redeem. And then it needs to be redeems are one time or repeat. Because in my head, it's the thing of I want it so that the reward is like I am doing what I'm supposed to do. I can now claim a reward depending on how much like because it is based on like honor system. It's to keep yourself aligned is the main thing. Because in my head, it's like for reward redeems, I'm thinking like one of the things I've thought of is like, oh, I set a money aside to like buy things, and then because I'm very bad at like controlling my money, it's the thing of I've been like, oh, let me set I like if I make it so I have to redeem spending money by doing things and keeping myself honest with that. Hear me out, slot machine. That the whole point of this is to take care of my ADHD, not fall into it. But slot machines are fun. I'm putting slot machines in won't before I get too many ideas. No, I'm getting ideas now. No, those ideas have other uses. Oh, I just remember. Oh, no, I looked up and now I'm upset again. I forgot that my. How is it only. Slot machine? Did I spell it wrong? I did spell it wrong. You're right. As I said, I might be dyslexic. I can't get I'm not getting diagnosed. But I looked up at all my like EV like I don't even remember what they're called, but like the like building of the evolutions in like these like little parts. And I just remembered that my Sylveon, I'm pretty sure like when I was building all of them and opening them up, like none Sylveon was the only one that like when I was struggling to open it up, it like popped and all of the pieces went everywhere. And I'm missing one of the pieces like underneath like on the belly towards the front. I'm missing one of the pieces. I'm sure it's somewhere around where I was building it. I just need to actually clean my shit up. Actually, do I see it? Or am I seeing like just a piece of white underneath? Wait. No, I'm seeing things. I just saw a pair of sunglasses under there. The like $10 Louis Vuittons. The definitely real $10 Louis Vuittons. The $10 pair of glasses that I got off of the side of the road in Chinatown, New York. Getting distracted. There's Did I ever get an email back? I messaged my apartment complex people because I want to see if I can fit. I want to get a what's it called? A standing desk. I've been sitting down so much since like I've been working on this, especially since like I've been playing games and then working on this and then streaming working on stuff like this and then afterwards playing more games. So I've just been at my computer a lot. And I'm getting tired of sitting down. I need to stand up, but I don't have a standing desk. I need to get a standing desk. What else? What else am I thinking here? What else is rattling in my brain? Do 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 do. Sounds edit after made. Just wondering how you keep motivation after someone gets all the rewards. Well, the point is that keep the motivation after someone gets all the rewards. It's the thing of having one time or repeat like redeems is it's a thing of it's about you're always supposed to kind of have like put other redeems in there. It's the idea of you're using it is keeping yourself honest is the main thing. It is a visual to keep yourself honest because I mean if you're just gonna lie anyways, the only person you're ruining is yourself. What about some sort of streak system? Yeah, I under hmm. I don't know what you mean. That is reminding me of um in long quality because I want it so that way depend like if if it's a task about doing something for like a while if it's something like reading I want it so that if you're reading for an hour but you're only kind of looking at it and you're distracted. I want it so you can be like honest and be like, "Oh, I was reading, but I wasn't reading." Or if like you really just got locked the hell in. I don't know why I use reading as an example when the main thing I'll probably use it for is coding cuz there are sometimes I'm sitting here at my computer staring at the code and then I write like 5 lines and go, "Well, that's good. Clap clap, walk away." It's mainly for stuff like that so I can be like hey, I wrote either 3 lines of code or I've completed an entire system. That is like the main idea I have for like the quality assurance to be more redeeming. But a streak system, hmm, I don't know what a streak system. I think for repeat task, I think streak system. I think something in a repeat task for a streak system because I can't think of any other point where a streak system would be too much more useful or how I balance that around like oh you did like 3 tasks that only were like you did 3 tasks over the last 3 days and they were all smaller and today you did a bigger one so I'm gonna give you more reward like I'm not sure how I would do a streak system for that but I think for a repeat task I think a streak system could work. I'm not sure how I would implement it though. I'm wondering, keep motivation if someone gets all the rewards. Yeah, and then rewards is the thing of I want to have built-in ones, but I think that is mostly just to give ideas. If I'm being, I think built-in ones are to give ideas and to customize. I think are the main things. I think the built-in redeems would be worse. Oh, could at the bottom of could. Ooh, that's not what I want to do. Tutorial. I spelled it right. I mean, every task you complete within the time would add to the streak. Whenever the task is missed, the streak ends. That's definitely gamifying it, but I don't think. Hmm. Every task you complete within a time would add to the streak whenever the task is missed. I see what you mean, but I don't see its place in what this is. Because that kind of just encourages someone to just make task to make task instead of making task for like what is needed. And then it's also like to if you make it so that gives more reward, then it like will make it so people are just like trying to get stuff. I don't know. It just I saw it was an honor system anyways. It is, but it's the thing of I don't see its full use. Cuz if it's like a streak system with a timer, then it would be like, "Oh, I need to do as many things in this time as possible." And then you would just half-ass stuff. You need to make a streak give more rewards, just the number go up, like Snapchat. That's what I'm thinking. I like the idea of number go up the more you use something, but I think for like task in total, I think it's the thing of no task history. I think an addendum to that, or like the stat screen, I think that would be like task in total, but I think a streak system like the Snapchat would probably be best for like repeat task. I don't think it is something universal, but I think it is something that can be used. Not a timer. I mean, like, if a task is due on Tuesday and you do it before Tuesday streak goes up, you don't get it. Streak goes up, you don't get it. Tuesday streak ends. Yes. I think that's what you mean. I think it's the thing of that works for the repeat task, but that doesn't work for tasks that are like unless it is like a hey, you did a task today, yippee. I mean that would make people be like come back for it, but also it should be the thing of do tasks have due dates? Not really. I haven't thought about. I think repeat tasks are the only ones that are like ones that would have due dates because they repeat at a certain point in time. So you need to do it before that certain point in time. But like other tasks, because I don't want to like make a task about oh, I thought tasks had like an end time. It's long task. I should also write this down. Long tasks have two variants of infinite and not infinite. I don't because I want it to be like for the infinite it would be something like doing coding, like something that is open ended. Like infinite is basically you get a reward depending on how much time you have been doing that thing. And so it's the thing of like every 5 minutes you get one like 1 point redeemed. And so it's the thing of if you go for like 10 minutes you get 2, but if you go for an hour you get 6. Did I do the math right there? I didn't, did I? No, it'd be 12. I said that wrong. So yeah. So if you get a point every 5 minutes, then like 2 minutes would be or 10 minutes would be 2 points. An hour would be 12 points. And then the not infinite tasks or tasks that are like this thing will last. You will do this thing for this long. Once that time is up, then you are done with it. I can't think of too much of a use for like set time task, but I remember having a use case for it when I was coming up with the idea of what it would be used for. I'm sure I said it before in a past VOD. Do I have it written up here and as like a Y? I don't. Make tasks, long tasks with timer, rewards. Yeah, no, I don't remember. Feels like due dates would be so useful. Yeah. I think I think that could be useful. A toggle for due date. That's not what I want to do. Toggle set due date. Yeah. Something like that. Because I don't want to make it so everything has a due date that you have to do it by. Especially since at that point I have to figure out another way to I have to figure out a way to show that you didn't do it by the due date, but also it needs to be that you see that you didn't do it by the due date, and that you also like it shows that you didn't do it by the due date, and then also like you can get rid of it once you know that, instead of it being stuck there as a constant reminder of your failure. So I think that is a good idea to make it so you can have due dates, but also yeah. You could still complete it after the due date though. That's true. I mean, sometimes you can't, if I'm being real. Being overtime. Sometimes you can't complete a task after a due date. I guess it would be like, what it could be is like toggle set due date, and then that has like a soft due date and a due date. If you can't complete after the due date, then just delete it. Well, I don't want to just delete it, because if it's something important that like you should have done before its due date and then you didn't, you still probably should follow up on it. I mean, what task wouldn't have a due date? If I want it, I think what's a good example? Because in my mind, an example I would go to is, oh, I want to do some coding, create an infinite long task to do coding, and then I wouldn't want it to be that I have to finish coding by a certain time, because that is an open-ended thing. But that's also a save task. I'm trying to think. I mean, there's stuff that should have a due date but really don't. Like, one thing I would think of is like, oh, like do the dishes, but also that has a like time to do that I should do it by, but isn't like as necessary most days. Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, do the dishes by this time, and then I get caught up in something and then feel bad about it. It's just setting a reminder to do something at some point. What's another example? I'm trying to think of a better example besides coding where I don't want to have like a due date. I mean, coding is a poor task because it means nothing. Just break it into add project done before the end of the month. That's fair. I mean, my thing is also like, I like giving myself a goal, but also if I give myself a deadline is the thing of deadlines. Both are good because it means I will try and get it done by that day, but also it means that I will try and get it done only within the 2 days leading up to that. If I have a due date, it means that it will only be worked on those 2 days leading up to it. And also, sometimes I don't know what I'm actually doing. Okay, but you still get it done. That's true. It's the thing of I think 2 days leading up to it would be undone. Yeah. It's the thing of having a due date makes me do something, but also only in those 2 days, where if I don't have a due date, I give myself the freedom to work on it when I can and want to work on it, instead of it feeling like a pressure. Because when something is like pressuring and anxiety inducing, it makes me not want to do it until it is absolutely necessary to do it. Like if I told myself that I needed to have this project done by the end of the month, it would just make me upset about the project. Zap is to do stuff. Feature make do stuff. I think it's the thing of having it so you can set a due by date. I wrote it in here. Toggle a due by date. I think having it so you can set a due by date is good. But the end of the month you would have the project. Yeah, but it wouldn't be good. And I would hate it and I wouldn't go back to it. So like having a due date is good, but it's also bad. It should be something that isn't necessary, but is like possible. Especially for something like that doesn't necessarily need a due date. It would either be if something at the end of the month have a perfect project done after 2 years. Yeah, I mean it's the thing of I would rather enjoy what I'm doing and it take longer than just get something done. Like just trying to get stuff done is how you make yourself sad. It is still good to be able to set due dates, but just having everything you do be a due date just makes you sad. Plan it out well, it won't. Well, if I was good at planning stuff out, I wouldn't need to make this app. That's the thing. I wouldn't need to make an app about like keeping track of tasks if I was good at planning stuff out. I mean, other people could plan stuff out well, use the app, and then are like, it's the thing of I do think having a due date is good, but I don't think everything needs a due date. I think making everything have to have a due date is just going to suffocate yourself. Like, dude, having times that stuff needs to get done by just makes my body physically upset. Set due date. Yeah. Don't overplan then. Like by the sounds of it, for project planning, make a game would be a complicated task with it. Like, it is the thing of make a game. It's definitely like too broad of a task. But it's also the thing of, I don't know. It's the thing of due dates are good, but also I don't think setting a due date for everything is a good idea. You break stuff down in smaller parts and due dates on them so much you don't understand. Yeah, that would help, but it's still the thing of not everything. That is a good thing, but not everything needs that. Like, breaking stuff down is a good mentality for bigger projects, but also at some point you don't need to break it down anymore. You don't need to break down doing the dishes. And also due dates, like, in a lot of creative sense, can be suffocating. Day should be a due date. I mean, probably, but no. Brain disagrees. I mean, my brain is pretty stupid, but and then also plans change a lot. Correctly? I mean, yeah, they don't have to be suffocating. And it's the thing of, as I'm saying, I don't think due dates are bad. I just don't think everything needs a due date. Especially things that aren't like controlling you at the moment. Like, I'm not worried about a due date for this project because the project, like, it's not controlling my life to need to get this project done. What doesn't need a due date then? I mean, I want to say reading a book might be a good example. Like, just stuff that is good to do, but like you can fit into other places. Like, for this project, you might not have a release date, but work on features having due dates for those would be good. I mean, it's a thing of I can't keep up with due dates if I did it for this project. Like, even if I split everything down and did like one thing a day, sometimes things are just gonna take longer, and I'm gonna have to push back all the due dates. Like, setting myself due dates for some things is definitely a good idea, and I won't deny that. But, like, I can't just be like, hey, I need to get this thing done. Especially, I mean, a good example I have in like my work is like they wanted me to. You set due dates as you go along, not from the beginning. I mean, that's something. I mean, yeah, you can. I guess that could be something with the editing task is you edit to add a due date, but like making it so you just have to put a due date on there. Like, because I mean, I was just about to, because even in like just talking straight from my work, they wanted me. Sometimes you just can't get stuff done by the due date. Like at my work, they wanted me to push like they wanted me to get like 2 or 3 whole pallets of like product and stuff to sell onto the sale floor for people to buy, but I could not. There was no physical way for me to do that by the time they wanted me to do it, of me leaving on that first day. There was no possible way for me to do that because other people who were making it so that there was space for those products on the floor, they gave them such a short due date to get all the like setting it up for me done. They gave them such a short like due date that they were not able to complete their task in time. So I couldn't complete my stuff in the due date that they gave me, and then being told that I needed to get that done by the end of the day and I just could not was very draining on my mentality. For me, I would put due dates on things I want to do by the end of the week. And it means the due dates were set poorly. Just don't do that. Yeah, but also it's a thing of, like, I think due dates are good, but it's a thing of it comes back to the thing of due dates are good. They should be something that can be set, and in a lot of instances are good, but are not something I want to force upon myself all the time. Especially stuff that like I don't know how long it's gonna take me. And then if I set, it's a thing of like if I don't know how long something's gonna take me, I can set a due date too early, and then it's like, oh no, I did not have enough time to do this thing, and now I'm upset because I'm not completing it on time. Or I set it too late, and my brain is like, I don't need to worry about that right now. Like I can do it later. And it's the thing of, yeah, that is kind of like setting due dates poorly, but how am I supposed to know how to set them properly if I don't know how long something's going to take me? Like I it's the thing of I don't know how long something's going to take me at points. Like cleaning up my code, I was I wasn't sure how long that was going to take me, and it took me longer than a 5-hour stream. And Unix, I didn't know how long that was going to take me, and I thought that was going to take me like a 5-hour stream, but then I finished changing all my stuff to Unix within 2 hours. Now, the reason, and like, so it's the thing of, I just don't know how to set due dates for some things. And if I set them in like a bad way, welcome to the time estimation. Time estimation? Yeah. It's just, it's not something I had the skill for. You'll learn? Yeah, I have to learn, but I gotta learn first. Like, I don't want to suffocate myself beforehand. Like, I won't deny the use of due dates, but also some, it's just a thing of, uh, like, I don't need to worry about this project because this project isn't, like, finishing this project isn't dependent on, like, my life does not depend on it. Giving myself the freedom to do what I need to do. Have you tried due dates, like, for real? I. How much have I? I mean, work was the one example. And then just all of school. Don't put due dates on projects then. I mean, it's a thing of. That's fair. It's just literally everything. Because I mean, that was the main thing I struggled with in school was doing things and due dates. Like, my grades were so low just because of having due dates. If I was if I was given the time to do something, I could do it. But given a due date and just told do it when do it at some point, like it was not going to get done. And even like putting due dates on parts are still something. It's like even when we split up our English papers into different parts, with school you have different things asking for your time. I mean, it's not that much different now. I mean, I on on days where I'm able to start stream at like 5 p.m. and aren't working in like the afternoon, I like I am streaming for 5 hours. I have work for like there are days where I have work for like from 6 to 11 and then I come home, uh take like my medicine and then I start working on the project and then at 5 I start streaming. So from like 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. I like have filled up my day. Like there's always stuff asking for my time. Not much has changed. Plan your time around that. I can't it's the thing of my work schedule is so sporadic. I cannot plan around my work schedule until like the week before. And then I need to have time to plan that schedule. But I don't give myself that time to plan the schedule because I'm busy doing the other things that I have felt were more important. Like it's I would rather work on week before is when I do my plans for the week. Yeah. I mean it's the thing of how my brain functions is it goes, why would I work on a plan that will that like it's either the thing of I plan everything out like around it and then the plan immediately gets destroyed, or I don't plan it tight enough and then I still just have free time and then I just get stuck in the time paralysis of just waiting for stuff to happen. Free time is good. Yeah, but I don't my brain doesn't allow me to use free time unless like if I set it up so that from like I have to if I finish work at 11, but I know I'm going to have to do stuff before I start working on projects at 1. Like if I don't know how much time I'm going to need to from getting to work to setting up to do projects. I don't know how much time is going to pass in between there. So I don't know like if I set it up that I need to like get things going at a certain time, I'm going to be just sitting there waiting for that certain time to get going. Like I either leave my schedule open. What I how do I explain this? If I get off of work at like 11 and I want to start working on my project by 1, like Office Stream, then have I could say I have free time from 11 to 1, just so that way I give myself time to like buy stuff from the store, get home, relax for a bit, and then like take my medicine, eat, and like then start the project. But if I tell myself I need to start at 1, I'm not going to be thinking, oh, let me do a thing. I'm going to be like, okay, I need to make sure I'm ready at 1. And it doesn't matter how long I give myself before 1. I'm going to be constantly thinking about, okay, be ready for 1 to happen. So it's either I give myself that time, and then I either give myself the time, and then it doesn't, and then I sit there for 30 minutes being like, okay, I need to wait for something to happen. To make sure we are on the same page. It's due date to you. A due date? That is when something needs to get done. But we were talking about schedules there, like planning when stuff is done. Or you said set due dates by the end of the week. But we were also talking about like when we were talking about schedules, weren't we? I swear we were at some point. Due date then, which might not be released. Due dates go along. Due dates on in a week. Time estimation. Put due dates on project. School. I never mentioned start stuff. Mention when you start stuff. That's where did my brain get that from? I think it was the thing of like talking about about setting due dates. Like, it was talking about my work schedule and how it was sporadic, and about you said do stuff by the end of the week, and my brain interpreted that as like planning for my week. I think rigid schedules are shit. Yeah, I think it's the thing, but it's the thing of I either have a rigid schedule that breaks, or I have like a more open schedule, but then I'm just waiting for something to happen. Or I go, okay, I know I will be ready, and then I don't be fully ready when it's time, and then I break the schedule anyways. And like schedule, like due dates are a part of a schedule. Saying you should be like, I will code. Say on Monday, you say, have X done. Well, it's a thing of, I need to know. I think where I was coming from is we were talking about like needing to setting due dates, but it was coming to the idea of you need to have time to get stuff done. And I think that's where my disconnect went from going, oh, get something done by time, to how much time I have to get something done. Because we were also talking about school, where several different things. Yeah, that's where it was. It was, I was talking about school, and then you were talking about school has several different things taking your time. And then it was, I mentioned that my work schedule being sporadic, and you said so plan around that. planning around my work schedule is like hard, and it's the thing of you said plan around my work schedule, and that's where it kind of created the disconnect because like that is creating a schedule to get to the due date. I definitely went a bit on a bit different track from you there. That's where I started going in a different direction. Said planning around your work schedule meant if you were able to, if you were to be working a lot in one week, don't set too much work that week. Yeah. Well, I think my thing is like if I if I set a static number of things I need to get done, because I mean, this is what happened yesterday, even, is yesterday I said what I need to get done is making all my code work for Unix. And then once I finished making everything work for Unix, my brain was like, okay, task is done, we're done. It just shut off, and I was not able to continue on from there. But that's also because I didn't know where I was gonna go next. And it's not just amount of work I do that might like schedule being sporadic, where like one week I work 30 hours, one week I work 40. It's also just the time of day I work is also changing like a lot. Like it gets it there are a lot of the time there are consistencies to it, but then all of a sudden the consistencies will break. But if you had stuff you wanted done by the end of the week, you would have known what to work on next. That's true. But also I mm, that's fair. I would have known what to work on next. But also it's a thing of if I set if I set a list of things I want done by the end of the week, then I either complete everything by the end of the week, or I either complete everything before the end of the week happens and I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do now, or I don't finish everything by the end of the week and then I'm focused on the things I did not finish. And that either it upsets me, and or the next week I am focused on what I didn't finish, and then likely I only had a couple things to finish, so that next week my task list is shorter and I finish it before the end of the week, and then it's the same idea of I don't know what to do next after that. Like I think having a list, finish everything by the end of the week, I would have a good time. If you don't this week, yeah, it's just a thing of if I like since this project is something I want to work on, I don't want to just hang out. Like I want to keep working on it, which is why it's like it's upsetting even when I'm like, okay, I did what I wanted to do, and now I don't know what to do. It's because I want to do the next thing. I just am not. I just struggle to go on to the next thing and know what the next thing is. And then, like, I get very caught up on the idea of not getting stuff done. I mean, this is probably something. Not like talking about it out loud. It's like, oh, maybe this is a therapy thing. This definitely feels like a therapy thing because it's the thing of like reschedule it for next week. My mind goes, well, no, I will just be very sad if I don't complete the thing. But I think that is a behavior I have picked up about having to feel bad when something it doesn't get done. Like being very sad is not good. Yeah. Like it's the thing of like not getting stuff done just feels bad. That's just kind of how I've been taught. It is to get stuff done and to be upset if you don't. And then that really just compounded probably with the not getting everything done as long as you tried. I mean, that's true, but the brain does not. The brain does not. The two parts of the brain, the logic side understands that, but it does not. Sometimes shot happens. Don't have the time you thought you did. Brain is stupid. Brain is stupid. But yeah, it's just the thing of I don't listen to your brain. That's fair. My brain does need to shut up a lot more. Ooh, I broke that. I broke my fidget toy. My brain is stupid. No. I mean, I quote unquote broke it. I can fix it very easily. The part that just I mean, it's also not a fidget toy. It's a nail clipper that I was fidgeting with because it has parts that spin and I can push down on it and it pushes back. Fix it now? I don't know what there's the piece. Ugh. But yeah, it's not even a real fidget toy. It's just a pair of nail clippers. I don't have the money to buy fidget toys. I fidget with what I have around me. Yeah. No, I think having I there was something going back to like not getting everything done is okay as long as you tried. The thing about the ADHD is it makes it feel like I didn't try enough because of having that mental block. And then also just the people around me like growing up not understanding that. Oh, jeez, a pair of sharp scissors that I fidget with. Oh, that does not sound. I I think it's a good thing that the only pair of scissors I have is like a dull pair that's just good for like cutting open like bags. And then I do have a like pocket knife, but that stays in my jacket pocket. I don't think I've ever like really grabbed that out. That's a therapy thing. Yeah, I got a list of places to call or like go to about I had that written down like a month and a half ago. Where did that list even go? My place is a mess. I was gonna clean up my room before stream today, but then I like because I wanted to play because I was hoping stream. God, if I had a pocket knife, I would always be bloody. Yeah, no, that's why it doesn't. It's not on my desk. That's why it's not on my desk. If it was on my desk, I probably would have cut off a finger. Like it sits in my jacket pocket. Messy room. If only you had an app to encourage you to do things. Yeah. I mean, I would. It's the thing of the plan was to. It's the thing of not because I having the medication has having like medication for the ADHD has been amazing for working on things I want to do that I just don't understand because it's the thing of without like having the medication my brain was like if I am not it was upset about like not it did not want to do anything, even the things I cared about. So it was the thing of like all I wouldn't work on like if if I if it was the thing of I could do the things I want to do even if they were hard and like not do the things I want to do and then well was to fix that, it would have been better because this thing of I probably would have made I probably could have finished a game by now if it was the thing of I could work on what I want to work on. It's the problem of if something I want to work on is not easy, if it's not in, if it's not something I can just like kind of just do from muscle memory, then it becomes a lot harder for me to do it because starting a Godot project is like starting to learn Godot was not something that felt possible. It was like very difficult. And then it's even the thing of now that I have more knowledge of Godot, doing things in the project, I'm still much slower at it just because I don't know as much. And I'm like, I would rather be getting something that is more of an instant, like, feedback, positive feedback. So doing like working on a Godot project is like even though I am now able to work on a Godot project more than I was before medication, like while I'm not actually feeling the effects of the medication, I'm able to do more. It like it's still definitely much slower than be like taking the medication. And but the problem about being on the medication is that my brain is like, oh, I'm actually able to do what I want even if it isn't enjoyable. So I'm going to do what I want. So it's the thing of when I'm not on medication, I don't want to do the things I don't want to do because they're boring and my brain wants the dopamine. And then when I'm on the medication, my brain is okay that it's not getting instant dopamine, but it also doesn't want to do the things I want to do because since I have that much, if it's like a boost to my productivity, I want to use that productivity in something I care about, not cleaning my room. So it's just the thing of like there are two wolves inside of me and neither of them want to clean my room. Just got to do stuff that everybody in my life has told me that and then has also struggled with that. Like I understand the idea of you just got to do stuff, but I mean my body physically gets repulsed by the idea of doing things at times. Like it gets to a point, not saying it's easy, yeah, like it's not easy, but like some things just actually make my body feel physically repulsed. It is not good. Like cleaning in my room, if I had like music or a good video put on and like I just sat down and focused on it, is something I could do, but also I just have not done it yet. It's also the thing of like it's been in the back of my mind to clean my room, but it's like only been the last week where it's like I need to clean my room. That's been in my head. But also it's just the thing of like I mean coming up this next week I only am working one day because HR had an oversight, which is great. Just don't fall into learned helplessness. I it's I I've already fallen. I just need to get back up. And it's slow. I mean, just being medicated and having the doctor's appointment that I have on the 25th. Like I am trying to climb back out of a hole. The problem is that like I fell into the hole a long time ago. I had an analogy like a while ago. It's like I everybody like people learn to walk, like to stand up, walk, and then run. And it's the thing of people were starting to learn how to walk before I was. And then when I realized that people were walking like away from me and then starting to pick up speed and start running, my body did not want to just learn to stand up, start walking, and then learn to run. My body was trying to instantly run, and then I kept face planting. Like that is the analogy that I had. It's like everybody else had already been standing up and walking and was starting to run, and my body was just trying to go from sitting down to running, and then I kept falling because I had not learned to walk yet. And then the fact that I wasn't running like made me upset. And then the people who were already running did not encourage me to learn walking first. And then even the people who were running like morons because they didn't learn how to walk were still like trying to get me to just start running. And that's an analogy for the people who were also mentally challenged and just started running. They definitely weren't keeping up with everybody else, but they felt like everybody was struggling just the same as they were. That's the thing I always find funny talking with my parents. Is like they're like everybody. It was the thing of like people. A lot of people feel these feelings, and where it's like people, you're not that different, and it's like no, you're just also different. It's not that everybody is like that. It's that you think everybody is like that because you are like that. That was always like the funny thing about it. It's like my father was always like everyone has struggles. Yeah. It's just the thing of like my parents, it's hilarious how much they like are definitely not 100, they're not as bad as like as the children are in terms of like the neurodivergency, but my dad is definitely on the ADHD spectrum. Like he does not do things around the house unless like my mom makes him do things or it needs to get done. And it became this thing of us children had chores, but then at times we wouldn't get them done, and then they would get upset at us, but then also they were not doing any chores themselves. Like even with the idea of like, oh, they were working and we were not, it was the thing of like, I mean, we were in school, but also they had chores that they needed to do and then wouldn't do it. And then when we were like, hey, why are we doing stuff and you're not? I mean, it was the thing of, I can think of just multiple occurrences like that. Like, my, my family got chickens and instantly me and like the middle child were like, you know, you guys are not going to take care of them. You feeling okay? I am good. I'm just recollecting. Like, it's good to talk about these things. I'm not like upset. It's just I want to talk about these things. Here if you need anything. Thank you. Yeah. No, I just it is. I probably should go to like actual therapy for it, but also just talking about it definitely is nice. I mean, it's the thing. As I was saying, like my parents, just not true. I'm not a therapist. Yeah. No, I need a real therapist, but also want to talk about it, want to get it into the world some more. Cause I mean, it was. I'm trying to say like when we got the chickens, me and the middle child, my younger sibling, were like, "Hey, you know, this is a bad idea because, like, we do not want to be the only ones taking care of them," and they were like, "No, everybody's got to do their part," and that was not the case. That was not the case. And it was thing of like we had chores and then they would get upset at us for not getting it done, and then it was always the thing of like multiple times we were like upset about doing chores, and then it was multiple times that they tried being like, okay, we will give you guys, if you do, it was basically like mini job, just like if you guys do if you guys do your chores, then we will pay you for doing them, and then that would last a week or two, and then we wouldn't get paid. We would do it for another week and still not get paid, and then we would be like, hey, we don't want to do it if we're not getting paid, and they're like, and then they would be upset because we weren't. It's like if you're working a job and the job's not paying you, like you quit the job. But also it's like I understand why they weren't able to like continuously pay us like they would wish. Like we were a we were a not well off family. We were pretty poor. So I understand like money was tight, but also they had like promised to do something and then didn't do something. And like I have learned to accept my parents' fault, but it definitely had affected the like middle sibling, my younger sibling, more of like just the distrust in them, in like what they say, and just being upset at them. And it's like I think for like the last couple of years there, it like there were so many things of with STEM because it was that like year. It was one of the last 2 years of my high school where my sibling was like, "Hey, we aren't doing well," and they were like, eh, it was the thing of my parents never sought to be like to worry about like LGBTQ matters or like neurodivergent anxiety, depression stuff, because they were like, oh, that isn't gonna happen to our kids. And then immediately, at some point, my sibling was like very adamant about being taken to like go try and get diagnosed, and they were like, fine, we will, and you will see nothing is wrong. Like it was the thing of like they were gonna go get diagnosed for anxiety, and my parents were like, okay, we will do that, and you will see that the doctor agrees that it's not that bad. And then they went to get diagnosed, and the doctor was like, you don't just have anxiety, you have full on depression. And then it kind of like that was the moment where for my mom it kind of like clicked, like, oh, the oh moment of, oh wait. And I think it kind of clicked for my dad. It's still not as much, but it took longer for it to click with him. And then it was the thing of like not worrying about not understanding the LGBTQ matters. Like they it's definitely they're definitely not bad. It's just it's the thing of whenever me and my sibling go like, hey, you could, like, this is somewhere where you could do better. It's always a thing of like them being like, we, it's not that bad, we could be worse, because in all fairness, they did both have worse parents than they were. It's just a problem of like they didn't continue to grow. And then it's the thing of the middle sibling complained a lot more to them. Like I complained to them, but like they were constantly fighting with my parents. And at some point they decided to say that, like, basically told them off and said that I would do better at being a parent, like do better at being a parent than my parents were at being a parent. And my parents were like, okay, like I was just, it was the thing of I had no part in it. And it came to the decision that if that was the case, I was going to be in charge of helping, in like I was basically in charge of raising the youngest child for a bit. And it, I think it kind of, after like the first day, it was kind of obvious that the middle child was correct. Like I actually like did good at taking care of the younger child for the like time I was actually doing it. And it was like that first night I remember so vividly because it was the thing of she was a problem child and she did not want to go to bed. She wanted to stay up. So I told her, hey, lay down, close your eyes, and if you're still awake in an hour, it was like she was going to bed at 9, and I was like, if you're still awake at in an hour, I'll let you stay up until 10, because it was kind of the thing of like, I'll let you stay up until 10, and then it was the thing of if she was awake in an hour, it would be 10, she would go to bed. But it was, and then she just fell asleep because it wasn't that she wasn't tired, it was just that she didn't want to go to sleep. And then like my father like was like, so tricking her into going to sleep is a good thing. I was like, it's not a bad idea. I mean, I didn't lie to her. It was, and it got her to go to sleep. It was trying to like reason with her to make her actually lie down. And then it was like, and then she actually fell asleep. And then on the way out of like, because of how the house was separated, like it was the living room kitchen area, and me and the middle sibling could stay up longer than the youngest. So we were in the living room kind of like winding down. And then when my father was leaving to go back to the bedroom, like the dishes in the sink, because like we were bad at keeping up with the dishes in the sink fell over, making a loud noise as my father was walking like out of the kitchen going towards their room. And it was like me and my sibling were like, did they knock over the dishes on purpose to try and wake up our younger sibling? And then it was the thing of like, at some point at some point I stopped being the one to like mainly be the one taking care of her, because it was the thing of like, hey, I have my own life and you guys need to grow up. And it's the thing of I remember like that the first year moving out, like my younger sibling, like the youngest sibling still like had it so people would um what's it called, like be like, if you're still awake in an hour you can stay up, because that was what got her to fall asleep. So it really was the thing of like, I don't know, it's the thing of my parents, there were there were a rough 2 years there with them, but like at the end of it they like started realizing how correct we were and started working to be a bit better. Not perfect by any means, but better. And then my sister started being less of a problem child. Damn. Yeah. I mean, it's the thing of like my parents just didn't think that we were they didn't understand we were actually struggling. They just thought we saw all the people struggling around us and thought we were them. But then it was like we go to the doctor and it was like, no, you are them. And it started to click for them. And it's the thing of like my I know my mom has like questioned about, since both me and the middle sibling are like gender queer, like go like basically trans femme, both of us. It was the thing of like questioning all the questions about that, and then like one of the main questions was like, is it because of like the people, is it because of social media and stuff, or because I also had a friend who was like was going by a different name and like presenting differently before we came out, but like they were, in the other direction, like from feminine to more masculine. And so also I am listening, but I'm really tired and thinking I might want to go to sleep. Yeah, no problem. I'm just kind of rambling. I just want to get it out into the world, what I'm saying. Yeah. It was just a thing of like they didn't understand, and they were like they thought we were just try just upset to be upset, but they did end up coming around to be realizing everything. Good night, Diamond. Have a good night. Yeah. Like I love my parents, and it's the thing of like I've been talking about them and all this, and it's like, sorry about the inheritance thing. Yeah, no worries. I mean, I needed to learn it. The problem is I just wish I learned it sooner. You should have told me that like when I started the project. I should have learned so many things sooner. Like the fact that I learned I learned that I could make my own functions. I learned should have known. Yeah. The fact that I like have had to learn so much. You would think with doing robotics and all the times I've opened up Unity before, I would have figured out more stuff than I did. Then again, I wasn't medicated at the time, and that was a while ago. Anyways, good night. Have a good night. Yeah. I mean, it's the thing of like, every time I like step away, I lose knowledge. Like, coming back to Godot felt like such a chore. Like, after taking such a break from wanting to try and do game stuff, just because it felt like such a chore, just because I had forgotten what everything was again. And then since it is Godot script, it is a different format because I was used to C. I don't remember which. I believe whatever C Godot used, or not Godot, whatever C Unity used, and then the like. I don't even remember. I don't remember if it was Java or it was either a different form of C from what Unity used, or it was Java, but just whatever I used for robotics. Yeah, no. I was gonna say, even though like I've been talking about like my parents' shortcomings, like they are right that they did better than their parents. Like they weren't they weren't bad, and it's also they just didn't have all the resources they needed to raise 3 children. Like they just didn't have everything that was they needed. But also, like, talking about that, they were also still the best, like, out of my friend group, they were still the best parents of all of my friends and mine parents. Like, all of my friends' parents were worse from, like, everything, from all the talking we had done and, like, talking about our parents, all of them were worse in some regard. Or, like, there were other problems with them. But I don't think I have the room to talk about those. Yeah. I think that was as much of a therapy session as I need. Can I move this around without it? Yeah. I want to see how much I've been streaming for almost 4 hours. Not a lot of that has been software and game development. I should have changed the Twitch category forever ago. Oh no. I don't know. I've kind of hit the wall about what I was about my trauma dumping. I've hit my trauma dumping wall. I mean, there's more I could dump about, just not nothing more I want to trauma dump. Yeah. Oh, trauma dumping actually doesn't sound that bad because now I just remembered I'm nuking my entire project and have to build everything from scratch again. That's another day's problem. I'm ending stream. I'm ending stream. Do 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 do. Let me play that song. Let me end stream. I need a drink, but what time is it? I need to run to the store to get because I think I had the last thing I had to drink. Oh, I'm tired now. All that talking, my voice, it's so gone. I will. Oh, I should have. Oh, I have so much. Yeah. 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 Have a good night, everybody. My voice, it's gone. It's going.